Hey guys, this is James, and this is...
I'm Meat.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's
how's it
back
going?
for some more. He has traveled the world. He has gone to Europe. He's gone to the homeland.
The homeland.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now he is back
the trip to
to...
India was quite great, actually.
Nice.
If you were going to ask me about it. Anyways.
Now we are back in the United States of America, and we are brewing some Chinese tea. So we have the Milan Xiang, which is honey fragrance. It's from a place called WuyiOrigin.com.
Mm-hmm.
And so me being a lover of oolongs, like Wuyi oolongs and Dancongs,
Dancong.
I was curious to hear his impressions. So let's take a quick smell of that.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Smells great.
And I can smell it all the way from here.
I feel like I've had Milan Xiang before. I don't keep track of what teas I've had in the past, but
Does it smell familiar?
It smells very similar.
It has sort of
to
like
a couple of Dancongs that
Yeah.
I've had, and yeah, it's been a while since I've had any Dancong actually. So this is a good change.
and it's sort of got like a light, fruity aroma to it.
Right. It has like it gives the impression that it's going to be bittersweet, kind of sweet, but also with hints of bitterness in there.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be interesting to try the tea
Mhm.
out itself, actually.
And I'm not actually used to brewing teas like this, so I'm using a little bit less leaf than general. Is this about the color that the tea usually comes out?
That's right. That's
Okay.
perfect, actually. It's good
Okay.
brewing. I'm no professional, but as far as I can tell.
That's the color you normally get? Because
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if it should be orange or if it should be light yellow. I'm definitely a novice as far as Dancong. Anyways, let's drink.
dive in. Cheers.
Cheers, guys. I'd say it tastes very similar to how it smells so far.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely has a bit of bitterness.
Mhm.
What do you
Not
think?
as sweet, though. Yeah, I expected it to be a little bit sweeter,
Mhm.
but it is good. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I like this level of bitterness, and there's a little bit, slight hints of fruitiness too.
Yeah. And it sort of lingers, especially in the front of the mouth. Definitely a very aromatic tea. So, yeah, I'd definitely say it's like bitter and then a little bit sweet afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so curious to see how this tea keeps changing. Do you drink Dancongs at all these days?
No, I think I might have some, but I've changed jobs recently, and that's kind of changed everything as far as how my drinking habits and everything went.
Because you used to mainly drink in the office, is that right?
Mm-hmm. I had my tea tray and my kettle and all the brewing stuff on my desk at my previous office, and it was very convenient. But yeah, since then I've kind of changed.
Yeah.
The style. I'd be surprised if people were okay with me brewing in the middle of the office where there's 20 other people. And so I had to change my ways a little bit.
Meat has recently switched jobs to the local bookstore around here, aka Amazon.com. So he was kind of known to have like pretty crowded offices because they're hiring so much.
That's right.
So brewing is a leisure, I guess. So you have access to some hot water. What have you been doing for tea in the office then? Have you been drinking tea?
Yeah, I have been drinking tea. Luckily, we have some just generic green tea that's lying around in the office. So, in the meantime, during transition, that's what I drank primarily. But now I've taken my steeper back with me, and I'm back to drinking the Wuyi you got me from Taiwan.
Nice.
And yeah, it's quite great. It's still awesome.
Well, you still probably have like 4 kilos of that left, so
I still have quite a bit left.
so you got a few years to go on that.
Yes, and since I've slowed down a little bit, I definitely have a decent amount of tea.
And how does that brew differently? Brewing it sort of with the steeper versus your teapot that you were using before.
First of all, the quantity is different. So it's steeper, and because I don't want to make so many trips to the kitchenette area where they have the hot water, I just I get a whole cup full of brew, as opposed to whatever your standard teapot would brew at a time. So that's changed, and then I use more tea because I use bigger steepings.
Okay.
Basically.
So do you get about the same? So you probably brew a full mug worth, like
Yeah,
coffee
exactly.
cup. Okay,
Yeah.
rather than doing smaller quantities.
It's just a bit more convenient, and I mean, I'm not fully paying attention to what I'm drinking exactly. I mean, I know the taste and smell, so it doesn't seem a whole lot different as far as taste goes.
Got it.
But yeah, it does get cold by the time I get to the end of the mug, the tea itself.
I see. Just
Yeah.
because you're sipping on it slowly.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. All right, let's move on
Let's
to
try
steep
this.
number 2. Give it.
A little bit stronger, I would say.
It's definitely cooled down a little bit as far as temperature. Speaking of things that are getting cooler,
That's right.
It's got a light bitterness, a light sweetness through the whole thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How do you like this so far?
I really like it. It seems very typical of, in terms of the taste and flavor. It seems very similar to the Dancongs that I've had, and so I like this taste in general. I
Mhm.
enjoy it. What do you think?
I think it's a genre of tea that you are frankly a lot more experienced with than
Mhm.
myself. So
Mhm.
it's enjoyable. It has a lot of flavors up front, so I think it's a friendly tea to brew. It's got a strong aroma to it as well, so I think it's enjoyable in that respect as well.
Mhm.
Definitely a lot of sweet flavors lingering in the front of the mouth.
Right.
Let's have another one. So I enjoy it. I would have a hard time saying I like it this
Mhm.
much better than this
Yeah.
other Dancong, just because
That's
I
right.
haven't had too many.
Yeah, I'd say I've had a good number of Dantongs, but I'm still not that good at judging them when you compare them to each other.
You've had more
But
Wuyis than Dancong.
I've definitely had way more Wuyis, yes. And just in terms of quantity as well, I've had more Wuyi tea.
Mm. So
But I would
Dancong
say
is
like
sort
this is slightly more bitter than the Wuyis that I have.
okay.
But it's not as bitter as your typical black tea or the red tea
Okay.
that you call it. So I mean, if somebody wanted like a halfway point between the Wuyis and the red tea, then I would probably recommend
Okay.
Dancong Milan Xiang. So
Mm-hmm.
is a good option.
Yeah, and it's got sort of like lighter, more floral flavors going on to it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we drink another?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Now I think it's moving even more towards the aroma.
Mm-hmm.
I get more light fruitiness in this one. A bit drying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dry fruits, I would say.
Right.
Yeah. Which steep of these 3? Yeah, go ahead.
That's right. Dried fruits. I definitely feel that actually, yeah. And bitterness is progressing gradually, but it's not overwhelmingly bitter.
Right.
So I like that. But what were you gonna say?
I don't remember. So
Sorry.
No, it's all good. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, it's a interesting tea. I think it's very drinkable.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's friendly, and I'm not actually sure what this tea costs, but depending on the price, it could be a very nice sort of daily tea.
Right.
just drink. Good office tea, a good tea, I think, to sort of explore Dancongs and to introduce other people to stuff. Yeah.
As far as I can remember, I had a lot of this Dancong or similar Dancong. Not last winter, but the winter before that.
Like,
so winter of 2014.
Like
actually.
Phoenix Village or something like that.
That's. I think that's. Is that? I thought that was a Wuyi.
Was that a Wuyi? Okay, that might have been
wrong
Wuyi.
too.
Yeah.
But I think I had Milan Xiang. I can't 100% remember, but like winter of 2014, 2015.
Yeah. So this sort of
I
takes
just
you
had
back there.
a ton of this tea, and it's perfect for winter. I thought.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I thank you guys for tuning in. Let us know if you want to see more of this guy. This guy. Yeah. You guys are stuck with me no matter what. So I will see you guys in a week or so. And thank you guys for tuning in. And cheers.